What's going on, guys? Scar here, and today it's not going to be a Call of Duty video, but rather just a gaming video in general, and I'm going to be talking to you about some of the games I've been playing recently and just enjoying more than some of the newer modern games coming out, but there are some modern games from the past year or two that have been pretty good and I've been enjoying quite a bit. So for the past week or so, I've been trying out Elden Ring. I actually tried it out last year, and I made it to Radon, and then I stopped there, and then I continued, came back, and I beat it in about a day. Well, not a day, but like in the time. It took me about an entire 24 hours to actually beat it. Not all at once, but you know. So I beat the game there, and then I did a new game plus with the same character, and I banged through all the bosses in about 5 hours, which is pretty easy. Once like your character's around like 120 and you do a new game plus, the bosses get pretty easy and you can just do it pretty quickly and have a lot of fun. And I honestly kind of enjoy it. And then I did a new entire playthrough with a colossal build. I did the greatsword, and I just broke posture on like every single boss, and it was really fun. And I was going to do almost no summons, but it got a bit more difficult. And honestly, I don't think I really needed summons. I'll probably do New Game Plus later on with that same build and do 0 summons and just see how I can do. I probably can, but I mainly tried to get a new build that wasn't like a bleed build, because that was my first build. My first one was like a bleed samurai, and I just had a lot of katanas, and I had Moog's Spear, and basically all around like Dex and Arcane. If you guys don't know about those are like just attributes that you can level up for your character, and that's where my first playthrough went and my New Game Plus. And then for my second character, I just put it all in health, endurance, and strength, and just tried to max out strength to the best of my ability to make it so overpowered. I didn't really grind too much. I only did it in a few spots where I needed to like get like maybe 1 or 2 more like attributes up so I can like advance, because to be honest, some of the bosses do get a bit difficult, but then once you master it, then you can do it over and over again. And then once you make it to New Game Plus with that same build, it gets super easy. You can defeat Margit pretty easily and Godric, and then you'll make it to Liurnia, and it gets pretty easy from there. I'm not saying the game is easy, but because games are fundamentally hard, I'm just telling you that it gets pretty simple from there, and you can just play it with like not really needing to worry about it because you're already leveled up high enough. But anyway, that's my Elden Ring experience, but mainly I came back to it so I could play the DLC, because I honestly thought the trailer looked really cool, and I learned all about the lore and stuff, so I kind of know where the DLC is going to go. But I'm excited for it coming out in about 3 months. I think it comes out June 21st, I think, so I'm very hyped about that, and I'll probably use my greatsword, and I'll see if I can like try to record it. Maybe I'll get a capture card in the upcoming months, and then I can film myself playing it, but we'll see. So yeah, other than Elden Ring, I've also been trying out Trepang 2 on PC. It's basically the Fear's successor, because it has a lot of the same like stuff. It has a lot of the same mechanics and stuff, but you can do the slow motion effect that you can do in Fear, and I also think you could go invisible, which I don't remember doing that in the first Fear. Maybe that was an added effect, but I don't remember doing that in Fear. But I think that's a cool add-on in this game, and I think it's very similar, because like you're an invincible like soldier or something. And it also reminds me a lot of Doom, because it has like the fast-paced nature of Fear, but it has like the atmosphere and just like the cool ass music like Doom. Like Doom had like cool rock music. This has kind of the same thing, but I like the music in this game. It sounds pretty cool. I've done like the first 2 missions, and overall I'm enjoying that, and I plan to play that a bit more later on. But overall, I've been enjoying both Elden Ring and Trepang, and I'm just gonna continue playing Elden Ring for a bit, maybe even start a new playthrough, which I'd probably like. When you start a new playthrough with Elden Ring, it's hard because like you have all your attributes down, but when you do New Game Plus, you have that same character with all your attributes and talismans and stuff, and you can basically just go from there, and it's super easy to just get everything on all the flasks and talismans and stuff. But overall, I think I'm gonna go play some more Elden Ring and Trepang 2, and maybe you can go back to Resident Evil 4 Remake, because I haven't played it in a bit, but I would be down. It's my favorite game. So I'll tell you my ranks. Like, I don't know what my 3, 4, 5 would be, but I know Resident Evil 4 is my first, and Elden Ring has become, like, my second favorite game of all time. Honestly, it's one of the best RPGs I have ever played. The bosses, the lore, the story, all the exploration you can do. And the best thing about it is, like, when you see these trailers for Elden Ring, it's cool because when you see these big castles, these big landscapes, and all that stuff in these big areas and swamps, you can go through all of it, and you can do anything you want. You can run through it, you can kill all the enemies, you can spawn out of Grace again, go back through and do it all over again, and just have a lot of fun. And you can do New Game Plus over and over again, and I'm really excited for this DLC to come out. And honestly, I'm glad I came back to Elden Ring, because if I didn't, I'd be bored out of my mind. I don't know what else I'd be playing besides Trepang 2 and Resident Evil 4, because I was getting a bit bored of games. And I have Elden Ring on my Xbox, and I was just considering replaying it and trying to beat it fully, and I did. And then I beat it again on New Game Plus, and then a new playthrough, which really proves my skill and how much I've grown since my first 2 playthroughs, I suppose. So I'm just really excited. I might even like do an analyzation of the trailer, or maybe even like do some theories on it. I'm interested in doing that, like just theories on the lore and where it will go in this new Shadow of the Erdtree DLC with Mikola and Mesmer and like some of the other characters that we saw in the trailer. And I like that there's 10 new bosses, and I hope the DLC is gonna be like somewhat moderate difficult. I'm not gonna get my newest character too high. He's at like a level 127, I think, 127, and I just want to keep him there so I can then just keep it at a moderate difficulty, but I don't want to go over like 150, because then I think it might get a bit too easy. But I want to keep it at a moderate level and just see how I do. And I'm just really excited for this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, me just rambling on, I know. And I hope you enjoyed the Trepang gameplay in the background. That's me just playing on PC, adjusting the keyboard and mouse a bit, because I've been playing on controller a lot. And I try to use a controller, but like the UI and everything just like keeps glitching out. If you guys know how to fix that, let me know in the comments down below. But overall, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.